talking, put him in the coffin, anybody roll with him. We gon' put that body boom on him. Carolina black and white and blue on him. We gon' put that body boom on him. Carolina black and white blue on him.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Dab Sports. You got me, D, Adam with some school on his head, or maybe that D is for dumb. I don't know. Um,
You know what it's
could be a
for,
fan.
my G.
I mean, if it only could be
But
for
didn't we
dumb.
sweep y'all last year? I'm pretty sure we
Once
swept y'all
again,
last year.
I know not
You
what you
wouldn't know
speak of.
nothing. First of all, just go with the show. You wouldn't know nothing about this. Your school that you root for, y'all football school. I'm repping this for
Yeah.
basketball season right now. Chapel
Oh, okay,
Bill,
cool.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Go ahead. So, let's
Yeah.
move
Yeah.
on.
We just hit we kind of hit a little rough patch this year, but we coming. Just
Like I said, move on.
relax. I mean, once again, deep dumb. Um, but with that being said, man, the Panthers is bye week, chill week, but as Dash Sports listeners know, we not chilling. We done took enough breaks, so we here.
Already.
So,
Yeah.
with that being said, man, thoughts on the season thus far? I mean, right now we're the 10th seed. Um, we're in the graphic of in the hunt. Number
Yeah.
eight in rushing, um, averaging about 180 in passing. Defense is out of the gutter. It's still, towards the bottom, but it's still out of the gutter. And
Yeah.
compared to last year, it almost feel like we got the Chicago Bears back there, the way,
Facts.
the
You talking about them
85
85
Bears.
Bears?
Yeah, not the current, the 85.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. So what's your thoughts on what you seen this far, man?
Yeah, man, a lot to be excited about, bro. Like you said, mainly the defense. I can't really say I have said this before, but I've kind of contradicted myself in terms of saying like we've exceeded expectations. There has been certain games this season that we exceeded expectations, but there's also been games this season that we've lost that I expected us to win. So, before the season started, when we looked at the roster, hey, we clash enough on this, so you'll be able to vouch for me here. I thought we could be a 9-win team. I said best case scenario, we're like maybe a 9-win team, itching the playoffs. And the pushback that you had from me was super valid. But I just was like, yo, if we can take some steps in the right direction, our defense gets a little bit better. I was thinking the turnaround was going to be mostly because of the offense. I had felt that comfortable in the offense based on what I saw last year, but it's really been the defense. I mean, I was looking at the numbers right before we got on that like our takeaways are still lacking. That's the one thing about us that doesn't show that we're a true playoff team yet. Even if we make the playoffs this year, you can't take the ball away against the best quarterbacks in the league. You're not going to survive. You just let them sustain possession. So, but we allowed 61 total TDs last year, which of course was an NFL record. We're only at 34 right now. I don't see us allowing another, 20 or whatever, 25 touchdowns. So, in the last 4 or 5 games here. So yeah, I'm happy, man. I wish our offense had taken another step. As good as our defense is doing, um, or as good as our run game is doing, it's still suffered a little bit because of the lack of passing game. So in my opinion, I mean we were running for 110 per game last year. Now we're at 125. But yards per game we're only up by 20 yards. So like the 15-yard increase in the running game has been our only increase in the offense as a whole. So that shows you that the passing game, even with the addition of T-Mac, it's almost like he really just gave us a new and exciting Adam Thielen. He just took on the Adam Thielen role. You know what I mean? Adam Thielen was the one that was
Yeah.
making those big catches for us last year, and now we just got a young receiver that we can grow with. So yeah, that's the only underwhelming part. But overall, man, I feel like we're meeting the expectations of where we should be for a team with the last place schedule, all these young and upcoming players. And we'll talk about obviously the draft picks later, but overall, I'm happy right for where we are.
Yeah, on the offense, outside of Rico Dowdle having, that little spurt for a couple weeks and bringing life to the run game when Chuba stepped back. Like I still thought we was gonna have a good run game. I just didn't see it being Rico and not Chuba. The receiving
Yeah.
core is about exactly kind of what I thought it was, like a young, up and coming type group. T-Mac is better than what I thought he was, but I still thought he was gonna be solid. Like I never thought he was gonna be a bust. I just wasn't sure how impactful he would be. Um, the O-line was showing we have depth. I believe we were on our 10th rotation this season. So
Hmm.
able to lose guys and still be able to block has been key. Bryce has been exactly who I believe him to be so far. You don't expect him to win. He's down, nobody is picking him. He's gonna have a good game. You expect him to win. He's gonna have a bad game. And then we kind of talked about it against the Bills and the Pats. Like those, he's also has those games where if it start snowballing downhill, like he can lose it. Like he can lose his confidence uh pretty quickly, which he's kind of more like Miami in basketball, more like a shooter in that way. But with that being said, like I was saying we'll win 4 or 5 games because I did not see the jump that this defense had. And once again, not saying this is an elite defense, but just coming out the basement of historically bad, like not just
They are
bad,
trending. They're trending towards being elite. I mean, we keep taking the ball away like we are. You mentioned it last year about what adding a pass rush to this defense would do. You see, we really didn't bolster up the linebacking core. Trevin has gotten a little bit better, but he's not like our leading tackler or anything. Having Trevon back there, I feel like he's one of our leading tacklers. He might lead the team since Rose has been out for so long. But Rose has just took the place of Josie. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the linebacking core hasn't gotten that much better. We just got D Brown back, and like you said, if we were to add some pass rushers, this defense could be trending towards being elite for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because our sack rate is like number 29th in the league right now. So yeah, definitely added
We
some
have
pass rusher
18.
and help, huh?
I said we have 18 sacks, bro. It's terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And
terrible.
we like a pass rush would definitely help. Our secondary, which Mike Jack can be a little bit inconsistent. He can show flashes and then he can show, damn, that's still Mike Jack. You know, so to get a little pass rush to also help out with Derek, open it up for Derek Brown, would be nice. Moreg, man, that's been a key addition on the back end. Like just
Godsend.
having somebody back there, um, taking care. And I feel like this may be a crazy statement, but I feel like he's already one of the most reliable safeties I can remember in like recent memory, just from
Oh,
like
easy. Yeah. I
like
think it's
I
part of
remember
scheme
even
too, though, bro. I think it's part of scheme because when we had, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
oh you good. I was just about to say like I remember even when we had a good team with Cam, like we would still be worried about safeties because we had
Safety.
oh my God, Salt and Pepper, oh my goodness, from the
Roman
Saints,
Harper. Oh my gosh,
bro.
he would
Like
get burnt.
who's
Yeah.
who's
We were
good,
always
who's
worried
good.
about getting burnt off the
Yes.
top. But you gotta remember at that point we were dealing with like Julio in the division. Like I just feel like there was different guys in the division that were like we were constantly at a threat to get burned like that, which I guess we can still get burnt now. I do feel like that plays in the scheme a little bit. Trayvon, I can't think of one pass play where like there's been like a deep play and it hasn't been like a cornerback getting mossed. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
got to be something that's either they're picking on those matchups. That could be like we don't know, bro. Like they could have been picking on Salt and Pepper because they was like, yo, he's too slow. And they could not be trying Trayvon at all. So you could be 100% right, or it could be scheme. But you're right. This is like one of the first times I feel like they did a good job of that free safety spot, they would always have a good person there. Kirk Coleman, he's a thumper. You know what I'm saying? The dude who ended up going to Pittsburgh, I think his name was Mike Mitchell. He was a thumper. He had a really good season for us that first year we went to the playoffs. Like when we won like 12 games.
You
So,
talking about?
but you're right.
Hey, oh yes, I know
His name
Eric
was I
Reed.
think
Like
it's
his first year had a
yeah,
had a
no.
solid.
It was before Eric Reed. It was before Eric Reed. This is the year that we lost to San Fran in the playoffs. Steve Smith last year. We had
Oh,
I think he ended up
no,
going to Pittsburgh, remember, because he ended up breaking Mike
yeah, I
Tolbert's
know.
leg when he came back to play us. I think his name was Mike Mitchell though.
Oh, it is. That is. It's Mike Mitchell. It's
Yeah,
Mike Mitchell.
yeah. So
Yep.
I mean, we always had guys like that, but you're right, Trayvon. You know who I'm also excited about, bro? I wonder. He's like with the dude who he only played like 2 games for us at cornerback, but then he broke his leg. Uh, going it. I can't remember his last name. He's like we're number 31, but he was filling in when JC got hurt, and then he broke his leg or something like that, and he's out for the season. You know what I'm talking about? I'll come back to him. He's an undrafted dude, but we ended up
Oh, you
bringing
talking
him
about this
on.
year?
Yeah, this year.
Is it Thornton?
Yeah, Thornton. I keep wanting to say
Yeah,
Thompson, and that's why I didn't say
yeah,
nothing. Yeah,
Thornton.
Thornton.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think somebody
I'm
Prime.
excited
That's what I
about.
was like.
Nah, I'm
Yeah,
excited about what he can bring to the defense. Because he's another big body we could throw out there. Shaw Smith, he's good, but he's a slot corner. He's small. You know what I'm saying? You want to put him in the slot. Having Thornton out there gives us 3 6-foot guys out there who are rangy, athletic. He played good for us, bro. So
but yeah, I mean, with that being said, man, with a 10 seed, um, 1 game back from the Bucks, I don't think it's realistic at 7-6, to catch the wild card. Because right now, even the 7 seed only got 4 losses. Like the NFC is crazy for us
you're not
just
getting a
trying to get
wild
a
card.
wild card. The only chance
Yeah,
I think is the division, and
absolutely.
the only way I can see it happening is not only do they have to sweep the Bucks, but they have to win out.
Yeah, so I mean, like when I looked at their schedule, I'm like, realistically, if we have to split with them or beat them both times. If we if we did split with them, we would if they go 4-1 and we split with them, there's really like no way that we can win a tiebreaker with them. We would probably end up with this record, right? And they would have the head. We wouldn't. We the head-to-head record and the division record will probably be the same, but our common games they swept the NFC West. You know what I'm saying? So that alone, and even though they lost to the Pats and the Bills, they weren't blowouts. It was respectable games. Strength of schedule, all that point different. They just gonna whip our ass and everything else. So, like you said, the only way for us to get into the playoffs is if we win the division. And I feel like in order to do that, we don't have to win every game. We could probably lose to the Seahawks, but we damn sure need to win every game in our division. We got to beat the Bucks twice, and we got the Saints. If we do that, I think that gets us in.
Yeah, we have to sweep them for sure, just because I don't see them. Their 3 other games are the Saints, the Falcons, and the Dolphins. I don't see them losing none of those games. They handily beat the Saints the
And
last time they played them.
the
Um,
Dolphins better though, bro. I wouldn't sleep on them. And it's in Miami, so it's like then Miami's gonna be comfortable. They don't got nothing to lose. So, you know what I mean? They've been playing well. I think like since I think the past 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, defense been playing better, offense been playing better. So I mean, I'm just saying that's not a total gimme game, especially like we don't know what the Mike Evans just coming back from injury. We don't know what they're gonna look like.
yeah, their run defense is still not great, but I get to going to Miami, and honestly, I think if it was a northern team, like I might would buy into that a little bit. But I mean, they is coming just from up the street from Tampa, so yeah, I just don't.
I wasn't saying it was gonna bother Tampa or even saying it was gonna be a home field. I'm just saying you can expect the best version of Miami because they'll be at home. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying it's not gonna be a walkover game. I think they will put up some points against them.
Yeah, yeah. I I I just don't see them beating them. If of the 3 games, that's the one that I think I give them probably their best chance of losing. I don't see the Saints beating them, and I don't see the Falcons beating them. So with that being said, like I think they get to 10 wins. I think they win all 3 of those, and we would have to yeah, like yeah,
We'd
I
have
think
to
I think we would have to win out because
if they
if
win. We can't tie with them. Can't tie with.
who so I don't know who would have the tiebreaker at that point though.
But that's what I'm saying. It goes in the order as follows. It will be head-to-head record. So like you're saying in the event that we had the same exact record as them, right? So that means we would probably split with them.
Yeah,
So the head-to-head record will be even. The division record will be even. We both would have 2 losses in the division, and then well they actually no, we would if we swept them and we had the same record. Um, then yeah, bro, it's tricky. Like if we sweep them and we have the same and we still have the same record, like we lose to the Seahawks, but they win all the other games, then the division record will be the same. But then they will look at will be common games. And like I said, they're gonna win because they swept the NFC West, and then their two losses to the Pats and the Bills were by a total of like 14 points. We lost by like a total of 60, right? And then we only team we beat. Matter of fact, we got swept by the NFC West. I don't think we beat a single team in there. We lost to Arizona. We lost to all of them. Oh, we beat the
Yeah.
Rams. We beat the Rams. But then the next thing they would go to would be the strength of schedule, which of course we lose that. We got the easiest schedule in the division. Then they would go to point differential and strength of victories. So like there's no path to us winning a tiebreaker other than just straight up having a better record than them.
Yeah. So that's what my whole thought of winning out. Yeah, just have to win out is the only way I see the path going forward. Like, once again, just because I'm assuming they're winning those other three games, um,
Yeah.
especially the Saints and the Falcons, and I maintain the Dolphins too, but that will only
Yeah, I
be
mean,
determined.
if we go 3-1, I mean, yeah, if we go 3-1, that's assuming that one of those that loss comes from to them. And the only way we could have 10 wins and beat them is if like we beat them both times and somehow they lose two games to one of those other teams. Like with yeah, we just got a week, bruh. Yeah, yes, we do got to win out, bro. I was sitting there thinking there was maybe a path to us going sweeping them and going 3-1, but I guess we're too many other things have to happen. It's not.
Yeah, and also they still have they got a game this week, so they got 5 games where we only have 4 games left. So that's the other thing too.
Yeah, but we're hoping but with us having 2 games left on the schedule, our best case scenario, bruh, is that we take care of business and at that last game, like if they lose to Miami and we take care of business and we beat them the first time at our house, because the first game is at our place. So if we win that game, we beat the Saints this upcoming week. Even if we lose to the Seahawks, the playoffs will come down to that last game. Yeah, like if we beat them, it'll be up in the air. But we gotta handle business against the Saints first. So
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, and we'll address that next week, but I don't have high hopes for us in that one, but we ain't got to get into that one right now. Um, so if you had to put a percentage on making the playoffs, what you got?
Man, I think I would probably say about like a 25% chance. Just because like the Bucks haven't shown me anything to make me believe that they would just fall off. They did lose 3 games in a row at one point this season, but it was to the NFC. It was to I can't remember. It was just the hard teams. I think they lost to the Rams,
It was the Pats, Bills, Rams. You can't be mad at those losses.
3 popular teams. So yeah, I don't. I would say a 25% chance. What about you?
Uh, so this I say zero, and the reason why I say that is the Bucks losses are the Eagles, the Lions, while they were still playing well, Pats, Bills, Rams. Like,
They only lose.
it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't see them losing to the next three. And I think best case scenario is we split. I just don't see us sweeping unless like injuries, of course, Baker going down could change that. But I don't see them sweeping them. I
I
just
mean,
don't.
bro, crazy things can happen. This is the how I feel about. I do believe we have the capability to sweep them. I mean, if we play we first, if we play, because every can't say that. Like the Raiders can go into every game saying we legit have a puncher's chance. They don't have any way schematically that they can win those games. They don't have the offensive line to be able to run and milk the clock. They don't have the quarterback to be able to beat you in a shootout. Like we have a formula that works where it's like we have a bend but don't break defense who's been having timely takeaways. You know what I mean? I think we had 17 takeaways all of last year. We got 17 right now with 4 games remaining. They've been getting better in that area. And if we can play ball control offense where Rico and Chuba are continuing to milk the clock, I'm just saying it's not crazy. Well, our team clearly isn't terrible. And we both admitted that there's maybe 1 or 2 games on the schedule that we easily could have won. So you could be looking at a 9-3 football team right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying or 9-4, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm just saying I'm not saying it's impossible. It's not likely that we're gonna sweep them, but it's not impossible, bro.
Yeah, I think that approach can win you one game. I don't know if it can win you two, just based off of, teams make adjustments and whatnot. But yeah,
True.
but yeah, but I mean, with that being said, though, it'll be interesting. Once again, next week gonna say a lot too, because I mean, both teams got to win. Like they can't afford to start dropping games,
Yeah.
and yeah, and the wild card, like we said, that's just out of reach. Like it ain't no point to shoot for that.
Well, for those teams to fall completely off, and it's just not happening. The teams are
Yeah,
too good.
yeah, yeah,
This,
yeah.
bro,
So
this 2 or 3 10 teams that aren't gonna make the playoffs in the NFC, I believe, because
yeah,
I believe we might be able to get 9 or 10. Somebody in that NFC, like the Cowboys might get to 10, and it might not be enough. Detroit might get to 10, and it might not be enough. It's crazy, bro.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's gonna be crazy, but man, we also, well into the season, got to see some of the rookies. Um, this rookie class, I would say is it's solid. It's solid. T Mac, like what we're seeing from T Mac, Nick has shown flashes, especially the past few weeks. When he's been in there, you've seen flashes. Princely, um,
Here and there.
to be,
Hey, Sean.
yeah, to be determined. Trevor Etienne hasn't hasn't shown the pop that I expected, but he's been, I guess, okay, returning the ball. There's a couple times where he get hit, I'll be a little nervous. He gonna cough it up, and then Ransom with the
Yeah.
fourth round selection, he's come on, and then I will also say Horn is another, Horn with the 6th round pick. He's shown flash. 5th round pick, we got to give him kudos. Mitchell Evans, the tight end. Yeah,
Sure.
he's been playing. He's been playing solid. So
The
got to
only,
give him love.
the dude, Cam Jackson is the only one who really hasn't been able to pop, and that might just be about
Yeah,
opportunity, right? You know what I'm saying? It might be about opportunities more than anything. But yeah, the only one who hasn't had like a moment this season. So yeah, I mean, as far as our picks have gone, bruh, and Trevor the same way. I would say Trevor. I'm high on Trevor because I feel like in the return game, you really still only get a little bit of time to. I don't really know if that's his skill set. I think that's just coach saying like we've seen something in practice where when he has the ball in his hands, he makes stuff happen. And right now, with having paying Chuba and having Rico doing what he's doing, we can't take away any more carries from them. But we got to get this dude on the field somehow. You saw because even when like the game that we decided we run Rico most of the time. Chuba was back there getting some kickoff returns. So I feel like he puts our running backs in that spot, which is different because usually you throw like a wide receiver back there or something. But coach obviously likes, those running backs in that spot. So cool. I wish Jimmy was
yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm not expecting Trevor to be a world beater. I do just expect to see a little bit more flash. Like, maybe not once every game, but like once every 4 or 5 games, just like him separating. I haven't really seen that yet, and kind of expected a little bit more of that, and maybe just holding him standing to his brother, because there are times where his brother like will pop off the screen, like
there.
him walking away from people. So I did expect just a little bit more of that. But outside of that, like the draft class overall, um, I'm happy with. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we
And we,
got a Hall of Fame. Well, T Mac might can become a Hall of Famer with the right quarterback, but outside of that, I don't think we've got any Hall of Famers. But I think we do got some starters, some quality depth guys in the draft. So overall, like no one pops up as a bust at the moment. especially at the top. Anything you get at the bottom is just a bonus, you know. I say fourth round and down. So overall, happy with it.
I'm happy with it too, bro. I think, like you said, T Mac is gonna be like he was the prize of the draft. I'm glad that worked out for us. So yeah, I mean, we went. What we get? We had one, two, three, four defensive players. So, and you got to think like we're probably gonna go defense heavy this year. But we got like low key. I mean, I'm hoping. I'm still holding out hope, bro. But we got low key of draft pick coming in with Jonathan Brooks. You know what I'm saying? Surgery is so much better now that I feel like he'll be able to. He still looked fast as hell when he came back last year, and he was not even
Yeah,
healthy. You know what I'm saying? Remember, he made that one little cutback, and you was like, "That's what we've been missing." He
yeah,
made one
yeah,
back. And so I'm hoping that they gave him the full season. He'll have the off season to get in the training camp and get into the flow of the guys. I think football is one of the hardest sports than anybody to get in the middle of the season because you can't really practice for it, right? You got to like you can't even in scrimmages, you're not like hitting like that. So I just feel like he needs a full season to get his lather up and he'll be good next year.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I would definitely want to see are they gonna bring Rico back? Because I think he's gonna demand a little bit of money.
He's priced himself out. That's why I mean, I get it. We signed him to a 1 year deal, but like think about how we all letting running backs walk away. I was surprised. I think the only reason we signed Chuba was because he was homegrown. You know, Deontay
Yeah,
Foreman came in and he had a good year. We let his ass go, and he went to Chicago for 3 million and ran for another 1,300 yards. So like I feel like that's the front, and it's a different front office. So maybe Dan will be thinking differently. I just think that they believe so much in the core of our line being the heartbeat of it that they're like, yo, we could throw any running back. Same way Jerry Jones like treated DeMarco Murray and someone like until you get a special guy like a C Mac something like that, you're almost like, yo, they're looking good because they're behind our line. You know what I'm saying? So um I think it's gonna be no different. They're gonna show Rico the door. He'll get more money elsewhere, and we'll probably either draft another one or Trevor will get those reps next year, mixed with some Jonathan in between. But we've committed to Chuba, bro. I don't think they're gonna trade him.
yeah. I think for his Rico, it's gonna come down to what they tell him at the end of the season. Hey, next year you still be RB1, and I think it starts there because it seems like even going into this last game, he made his little comment about not getting the ball. So it seems like he wants to go somewhere where he's the lead back. Even if he's splitting, he still wants to be the lead. So I think if somebody comes even roughly the same money, whatever the Panthers offer, if they offer an opportunity for him to be more of a lead back, I can see him moving on. Like one team to kind of just, even though they probably will draft the back. Like the Chiefs could use him right now for sure. That's just like a team that kind of pop in my head who may be interested in bringing them in. Um,
A lot of
but
teams.
at the same time, hmm,
They said there's a lot of teams that can use him because he's an
yeah,
upgrade over half, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that. So,
yeah. But college right now is just sending so many running backs every year that that's the one thing that's I think still gonna keep his price relatively down because as good as he's played, he's still not having like a Saquon season from last year. He's not having a Derrick Henry style um season. So I still don't know if the price is gonna be that high. So I think it is gonna come down to opportunity of, hey, do I get to be RB1?
no, that makes sense. I mean, it's got to come out, especially if the dollar amount isn't that much different. Then it's got to be about where he can get his opportunities. But I do think he's gonna be looking for that three-year commitment from somebody. You know what I'm saying? At least a 3 year commitment. So yeah, we'll see where he ends up.
But yeah, man. So man, I heard they trying to bring something back, man. Something called Adams Trivia that people used to do back in the day. I heard they trying to pull that out the closet, man.
No man, ain't nothing coming out the closet. I'll tell you that's for damn sure. But for you, man, look so. Every time we do trivia for the people who haven't watched this before, I try to theme it. If a running back has a big running back week, I might, hit D with a. And D doesn't know about any of these questions before, so he don't got no time to research nothing. But in light of us being close to making the playoffs, I went back to our last playoff year, and I just was looking for random stats. Um, it was a year where, if you remember, Greg Olson broke his foot early in the season, so he only played about 7 games. So Cam was really having to float the ball around. So I want you to try to name his top 5 receivers of the 2017 season. Remember,
2017. Yep.
we went to the Super Bowl.
Um, yep. So, oh man, KB.
KB, yes, sir. He was the third leading receiver with 475 yards.
Um, KB who was Brown. Brown wasn't still on the team.
Brown was on.
Brown. Brown wasn't still on the team. Um, we haven't drafted DJ Moore at that point. Um, man, why am I drawing a blank? That's a good one. Kotry's gone. Um, we don't got Teddy.
Nope. He was
Um,
gone.
I is Tolbert? Is Tolbert up there?
Tolbert he was on the team, but he was not one of our top 5 receivers. Who was
Okay.
your hand on one of them? Who was brought in to replace KB damn near?
Oh,
Same.
oh my, Funches.
Yeah, Punch is the leading receiver. He had 840 yards.
Okay, Funches. I'm trying to remember that receiving room now. LaFrell, don't have him. Um, did we have LaFrell?
We ain't have
Not
LaFell by
LaFrell.
that.
Okay. Olsen, no. You said the foot.
If Greg was out, who was his fill-in at tight end?
Man Hurts.
It won't man hurts.
If
He
it
might have
won't,
been. He wasn't a top
oh,
5.
Ian Thomas.
No, it wasn't Ian. Not yet.
Who the other tight end that was in there? Not Hurts, cause Hurts came later. Um,
You remember when the year we went 12-4, this dude, we had a crazy play where Cam threw it to somebody, it got deflected. This dude caught it and ran it in for a score.
yeah, that didn't help me at all. Um,
He was a former Raven.
oh
That
my
was
goodness, I know exactly what you're talking about, and it ain't Ty Heap. It's what's that nigga name?
brother. I was about to say. He's so
Oh my goodness. Oh, it ain't Suggs. I don't know why I'm thinking Suggs. I'm trying to think of all the Raven tight, bro. Cause I got so many Raven fans in my life. I know
sad.
exactly what you're talking about. I see his whole build and everything. Pause. Um, like even sometimes when it's flagrant, I put a pause on it. That was pretty flagrant. Uh, it ain't. Oh my goodness. Oh, it start with a. It's not. Is it like Dickerson or?
Ed Dixon.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bet. Ed Dixon. So what's that? One, two.
He had 437. So you're missing the second leading receiver, or somebody might have been somebody coming out the backfield, and then number 5.
Stu.
I don't think Stu was on the 2017 team, or if he wasn't one of our top 5 receivers.
Okay. 17. 17. We would no. We wouldn't have had. We wouldn't have had Caffrey. I feel
We
like all
did.
the we okay. So then Caffrey.
Yeah. Yes.
Um, he got to be number 2 then.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 5, bro.
And number 5.
You gonna guess him, bro? Because I didn't even remember this dude being on our team. But you can, if you want to.
Hey, can I get the position?
He's a receiver. He is,
Okay,
and I think I think we got him from the Giants.
for the Giants. Um,
I forgot he was even on our team, bro. I'm not even gonna cap with you.
Not Hicks, not Salsa guy. Um, man, I don't know. I don't know.
Russell,
Oh yeah, we did have. Yeah, I would have never got that one.
exactly. I forgot he was even in. He barely, bro. He played. So he started 8 games that season. Greg missed 7 games, and he only had 8 more yards than Greg. All right, so like,
Yeah,
I thought just throwing Greg at the number 5 spot, but Russell Shepard got 202, and Greg, it is what it is.
yeah. Well, uh, that's the first week back. I won't be prepared. I'm gonna start just googling random Panther facts so I can just have them locked in. Good gracious, and I
From that, we'll give you the clue of what the like what my, you know, I guess you could say the what is inspiring the. I can't give you the specific team because that'd be too easy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But yeah, there goes your trivia for this week. Our top 5 receivers. This 2017. This was the last year we made it to the playoffs. We were a wild card team. We were unceremoniously ousted by the Saints. Ted Ginn revenge game. He had like 80 or 90 yards on us in a TD. I know you remember that. So that was a tough year for us. But Funchess was our leading receiver, 840. C-Mac number 2 at 650. Kelvin Benjamin at 475. Ed Dixon at 437, and the often forgotten Russell Shepard at 202.
Well, I mean, talking about last playoff run, and man, very important last UFC pay-per-view fight is coming. And the reason why I say it's very important is, people like me and you who enjoy combat sports, hopefully we no longer have to worry about trying to find the appropriate streaming site to watch it because after this, they're going to be free. So we can just pull it up on the regular TV. It should
Right.
be crystal clear. No
Can't,
issues.
I
Uh,
can't wait.
yeah, shout out Paramount Plus. But with that being said, this will be the last card until January 24th, which I believe is the first CBS card, which that one is looking all right. Like that's we'll get to that, of course then, but Amanda is coming back to fight Kayla. So that's that's my favorite fight. So definitely talk about that one in January when Amanda come back. But we got 2 title fights. It's still 2 of the smaller weight divisions, which is a part of, tend to not make the fights feel as big at times. But you got Pantoja versus Joshua Van for the flyweight. Um Pantoja, he just recently gotten the belt. I feel like this fight is a bit of a pick 'em, but Pantoja has been solid in his last fight, winning the belt versus what's my man name? Francis. So I got him winning it. I think it's gonna be decision. With them little guys, it tends to
So
go to the judges.
you say you got Pantoja?
Yeah,
Yep. Continue. Never mind.
I say what?
Never mind.
Okay. And then the main event is Marab versus Peter Yan. This is the second one. Marab dominated him the first fight. He won all 5 rounds. He won 50-45. Took him down whenever he wanted to. Won this significant strikes battle. Like I think this is going to be another punishing. I think actually Marab is probably going to just get him up out of here. Marab for the bantamweight is going to quickly. He's quickly on the path to become the greatest bantamweight of all time. Um, he's like right now we got 3 guys, um, Marab, Taporia, and Islam, who I just don't see nobody getting them out of there right now. I thought Islam's best chance of losing was his last fight. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Lions, Tigers, and Bears. I completely forgot. Marab is of that same ilk. Like he's different because I remember DC always tell the story of like he had won the title and then he went to go see him that next day. He was out running. He was running miles. Like
Beast.
yeah, like Marab is yeah. he got lungs that, people who indulge could never have. The 420 could never have. But yeah, so I think that's going to be a dog walk. And I also think that's a big reason why it ain't too much on the fight that you hear. Plus, ESPN ain't really promoting it like that. You're on your way out. Like, no, we ain't about to give you no bump, but still a solid car.
That's what's up. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. You gonna be back home watching it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. So,
All right. What's this, man? I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna be tuned in. I don't know much about this card, but I'm gonna be tuned in for sure.
okay. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But, with that being said, man, if y'all hear us giggling sometime, the technical difficulties, if you still hear that, mean you really a fan. Sometimes I don't be hearing Adam at all, so I just go with it. So no matter what he said, we just rocking and rolling. He could have said, "Hey, I hate you." I'd be like, "For sure." So with that being said, we probably ain't gonna do no instant reaction, for the Panthers game this week because there is no Panthers game. But we'll still be back with y'all next week. Breaking down thoughts on the Saints game. If the Bucks lose, for sure, comment on that. Even though we probably still expect a win for them against the Saints. But with that being said, have a good weekend. Please keep rocking with us. Like, comment, share, send the link, the whole link, nothing but the link. And we appreciate y'all for watching.
Goodbye, goodbye. My heart skips the limit.
I ain't rapping in a minute, nigga, but I'm back though, nigga.
But no cry, no cry, no cry. I don't wanna say goodbye.
Boy, go crazy. Hey, it's just me and my mans. Overload.